What's up, everybody? This is Chris, and of course, if you're watching this, you know this is my YouTube channel, Barnon11970. Thank you, as always, for taking the time to check out my information. And hopefully this will be another beneficial video to help you on your path to thinking in a more positive spectrum. This is talking about expanding your mind. And now I don't mean it in a spiritual sense. I'm talking actually physically. Your brain is a muscle, and like any muscle, if you continue to work it, it strengthens and improves. So there is a friend of mine that gave me some very beneficial information, and since they basically say they have no name, I'm not going to be able to really dedicate it to this person, but obviously this person that has no name, they are going to know who they are. So thank you for this information. Now, if you know anything about how the brain works, you have nerve endings and they send signals depending on what you do. So if you are breathing, your brain is sending signals to get that to happen. If you're walking, your brain is sending signals that are all electrical impulses into that area to make it happen. Now you create what's called pathways. Basically, there's a connection that goes from, like, for example, walking, certain part of your brain, it activates, sends a signal which creates the muscles to activate to walk. Now, the way you can actually expand your mind is by having alternative ways of doing things. For example, I don't have a pen, but we'll use this. If you write exclusively right-handed, what's happening is a certain part of your brain is activating, it's sending a signal to your right hand, and you're doing whatever activity you're doing. So what you want to do is start teaching yourself to use the opposite hand. Another example, if you're right-handed and you brush your teeth, use your left hand. You want to start changing your neurological pathways, which will create more of an expansion of your mind. And they gave me this perfect analogy of, think of it as a path in the woods. If that path has always been there, it's very easy to travel. Now, if you want to make your own path, you're going to have to start out by going through all these different trees and bushes and, nothing that's there that's going to help you. But if you continually walk that path over and over again, eventually you create a new pathway. So what that does is it basically helps expand your mind, being able to have more of your brain start to work. So if you think about it, it makes logical sense. So you have to train your body to start using both hands, not just using one hemisphere of the brain. You want to start doing alternates. And that also goes emotional-wise as well, because basically, for example, if you use primarily more of the right hemisphere of your brain, you tend to be more emotional, you worry about things like music and art, spirituality, things like that. If you're more left brain-minded, you tend to be very analytical. You might be more of an expert in science or mathematics. So another thing that you can do is, for example, if you are more left brain oriented and you're into puzzles and mathematics and science and logic, well, if you start listening to music or you start trying to paint and you start doing more right brain, you're now firing more electrical signals from another part of your brain that you're not using as much. And at the other side, if you're somebody that's into music and artwork and all of the emotional stuff, well, if you start seeing things from more of a logical standpoint and start doing more research, look into more science, mathematics, things of that nature, again, you're using another part of your brain. And since your brain is a muscle, just like any other muscle, if you don't utilize it, it weakens. So that's why if you think about how society works, I mean, think of the medical field. We don't have doctors anymore that know a little bit of everything. They specialize in one particular thing. So your brain is limited because it's spending all of that energy just firing those specific neurons to create those specific actions. And we're not expanding our minds. And that's why, like, for example, you could see on my channel, I put the emotion in it, I put the logic in it, I have creations in it, I use actual facts. At least I try my best to do that. So I'm using both parts of my brain. But I haven't tried to start writing with my left hand, brushing my teeth with my left hand, doing those things. And I'm going to start doing that now, and I hope you will too. So it's going to be, the one thing I do realize, especially being a massage therapist and I know how muscles work, it generally takes an average of about 28 days of doing any activity regularly before your body will even get used to it. So if you go in with the mindset of saying, okay, probably the first month of me doing this, even if I do it every single day, it's going to feel awkward. But once you get past that stage, it's going to be a lot easier, and you'll start noticing your mind working in ways that, you know, you never could understand before. So hopefully you guys will try this. So if anybody does, leave your comments and keep us posted. Keep coming back to this video and let us know how it's progressing. And if you do feel that you're now opening new pathways and expanding your mind. So hopefully that helps. And, you know, like I said, I want this channel to be more about the positive energy at this point, lifting the vibration, bringing people here because of the curiosity of doing something good. So there's not going to be any fear porn on this channel. There never has been, really, but it's definitely going to be more of a positive viewpoint because I want to make sure that I practice what I preach. So I don't want to be talking about, oh, we need love and higher vibration, and then I talk about, oh, you know, some meteorite is going to kill us all. Now, that doesn't mean if something like that were to happen, you shouldn't warn people. But like I've always said, the best way to be able to talk about negativity is almost think of it like a road sign. If you're driving down the road and the bridge is out, all you want to do is see a sign that says, you know, caution, bridge out. It's basically warning you of the danger ahead, but not scaring you to death. Because no one would want to see, you know, bridge is out, and if you keep going, you and your family are going to die. It's going to be a painful scenario, and you really need to turn around now before it's too late. We got to change a different way. That's why the negativity, it's give and get. It's magnetism. It's energy and magnetism. And our brain is nothing more than electrical impulse. We create our own reality based on just actual observation. So the more we expand our mind, the more we can see things in a different way. If we keep doing the same thing over and over again, we're not exercising. We're not expanding. I mean, think of it like weightlifting. If you have a, let's say, 150-pound dumbbell and you're doing curls with those, if you never increase the weight, you will never gain more strength. And eventually, you will be able to max out the benefit that you can get from lifting that weight. So the idea is to expand. So we expand all our other muscles. It's time we start expanding these and realizing for what it is. It's a muscle that's also a supercomputer, and it's a conductor of electricity. That's why everything in our bodies reacts to an electrical charge. We are energy. This is something that is not debatable at this point. If you think that's crazy, then you do not understand simple science and biology. And I hope you'll change that, which might mean you're more right-side brained and think more from the emotional standpoint. Because those type of people will just believe in belief. Well, belief is irrelevant to truth. And the left brain will always think logically, which is not bad, but if you don't think about gut instincts and feelings and trusting what other emotions could be involved, you're only getting part of the problem. That's why the world, it's all about yin and yang, black and white, positive and negative, male and female. It's all about balance. Anything in one direction is never beneficial in the long run. It may seem like it in the beginning, but it will not continue. So hopefully this works. You know, I did a little bit of how you can expand your brain, and of course I go into a little bit more. But if you appreciate that stuff, please give it a thumbs up. Please share it. And if you're not part of the Bar None Nation, I'd love for you to hit the subscribe button somewhere below and join us and watch my videos and spread them out. Thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and peace out.